Welcome to another Hike the South review. Today we'll be looking at Vinyard Mountain Eagle Scout trails. You can find all this information on hikethesouth.com, links in the description below. So this hike is along Allatoona Lake near Cartersville, Georgia, north of Atlanta. So I give this hike 4 out of 5 stars. That's mostly based on its proximity to Atlanta, especially if you're looking for something a little bit difficult. There are some winter views, and winter is definitely the time of the year I suggest for this hike, because otherwise you're not going to get hardly any views. You do get this view you can see at the top of Allatoona Dam. Otherwise, there's not much to this hike. You do summit Vinyard Mountain, but there's no view up there. There's just a cell tower. You do see some houses. You kind of go up to the backyard of a few houses. So it's not the most scenic hike, but like I said, due to its proximity to Atlanta and its pretty challenging hike, I definitely think it's worth checking out. So let's scroll down to the terrain map. We're just going to go over the overall hike. So you can start in 2 places on this hike. On Red Top Mountain Road at Bethany Bridge fishing jetty parking area here. There are 10 parking spots here. The other trailhead is in the Riverside Day Use area. This is a $5 fee to get into this area. There are 15 parking spots near the trailhead, and if you do go to this side, you want to drive all the way to the end of the road to the last parking spot before you hit the dam. There are several other parking lots that are much larger, but you would have to walk a little ways to the trailhead. Luckily, you're going on a hike anyways. So this is very much a lollipop loop with a very long stick section, and it goes to this double loop. The route I took was from Red Top Mountain Road, and I hiked this double loop counterclockwise. There are 3 colored trails that make up this kind of small trail system. The yellow trail is this long section here. Then it goes through kind of these other 2 trails. The blue trail connects the yellow to the yellow here, and the red trail is the most difficult, going up to Vinyard Mountain Summit and back down to the yellow. So you do get a few winter views of Allatoona Lake through the trees here. Again, nothing spectacular. There are some side trails where you can get a little bit better view and kind of explore the lake shore. Right here at 1.9 miles, you kind of come to a wider path that looks like an old road. There are some cables in the ground, kind of half buried in the ground. And the trail leaves that road almost immediately afterward. And all these trails are very well blazed, with maybe the exception of the red trail. Some of the blazes along the red trail were very faded when I went on it, but the yellow and the blue trails are pretty heavily blazed, actually a little too much if you ask me. So you're not going to miss any turns. But like I said, the red trail is a little bit faded. And right here you're going to come to the first intersection with the red trail. I did miss it. So I'm going to go through and we're going to talk about that more in detail when we look at the photos. But there's a communication tower right here. When you're coming down the yellow trail, when you first see it, there'll be a fence around the communication tower. Look for a little side trail, not a very long one. This is going to give you your view of Allatoona Dam. I actually missed this on the way in. Then you're going to come to an intersection where the yellow trail is going to kind of go through a trench. And there's going to be kind of a wider, just unmarked road over here. And the red trail is going to go up a steep hill. And like I said, I didn't even notice this either. I just kept going down the yellow trail, which to be honest is what I suggest anyways. At 2.4 miles, you're going to come to the other side of the red trail on the left. And then you're going to immediately see the blue trail. There's a bench. The bench itself is actually blazed blue. So the blue trail split off to the right and the yellow will stay to the left. So again, you can take either way. I took the blue trail here back to the second trailhead, and then I took the yellow trail back up to this intersection. And then from there, I took the red trail up to the top of Vinyard Mountain, where there is a cell tower, and really honestly no view. And then you head back down pretty steeply, and then just head back down to the trailhead. So to go into a little bit more detail here, looking through the photos, This is the fishing jetty at the trailhead along Red Top Mountain Road. So you can walk out here. It's not actually part of the hike, but just come out here and explore around a little bit. This is actually the best view of the lake. Here is the trailhead at Red Top Mountain Road. You can see the box right here has laminated maps if you're worried about getting lost. Like I said, there's some winter views of the lake. These will pretty much disappear in the summer. But there are some side trails that go down to the lake shore in several places that you can explore around. So, real quick, this hike is a little deceptive. When you think about Allatoona Lake and I think about the other trails around the area, I don't think about very difficult trails. But as you can see, this trail is basically constantly up and down the whole way, with the steepest section going up to the top of Vinyard Mountain. And to be honest, if you're not looking for such a difficult trail, you can skip this red trail anytime you want and just head back on the yellow. Or the other option for this hike is just, like I said, you can start at the Riverside Day Use area, and you don't even have to do this yellow trail section. You can just stick to the double loop or single loop. I do have the Vinyard Mountain double loop listed as a separate hike because it's significantly less distance and difficulty. So going back to the photos, this is just a section of trail that's heading up. Like I said, up and down, up and down. A lot of these sections are very rocky, sometimes quite rooty. So this is the little side trail where you can see Allatoona Dam. And right here, I couldn't capture everything in one photo. Right here is where the yellow trail, this is the first intersection with the red trail. So the yellow trail goes down into this little trench. And you can kind of see that here. Off to the right of this photo is the communication tower, the small communication tower. And right before that, near the fence, is where that little side trail is to Allatoona Dam. Over to the left is kind of an unmarked wider path, and then going steeply uphill here. And if you look at this photo, you can see a faded red blaze right here. That's the red trail. So I completely missed this on the way in. I saw the yellow trail and just kept going. So this is a section of the yellow trail going around the double loop, just crossing a little creek. There are a couple other minor creek crossings, but they're very easy. Again, the yellow trail, there's some mossy rocks here. This is heading up the red trail. As you can see, it's quite steep. And like I said, this is the steepest section. It goes up at a rate of over 1,500 feet a mile. So definitely, if you're not up for that kind of challenge, you can skip this section altogether. And like I said, there's not really a view up here or anything. It's kind of the same view you get throughout the hike, some slight winter views of the lake through the trees. You are rewarded with a beautiful comm tower here, so yay. The trail actually goes along the fence, and they even have the blaze painted on the fence here. On the other side of this fence, the trail leaves to the left. That's it for photos. So like I said, the hike, as I hiked it, a quarter of this hike goes up at a rate of over 1,000 feet a mile. So that's kind of what earns this hike. It's 15.9 medium hard difficulty. So that's about it. You can find all this information on hikethesouth.com at the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more hike reviews, or let me know what you think in the comments. If you've been on this trail, leave a review on hikethesouth.com to help out other hikers checking it out. Other than that, thanks for watching.